Congratulations for signing up to Tradevision. Our mission is to make the kind of data available to you that was once only available to institutional investors and traders. I'm going to walk you through some of the key features so you have a head start on how to use it all. The first page you go into, the homepage, will show you the US market S&P 500 heat map, and it's split into sectors. You can generally look at the day. You can also look at the pre-market here and the post-market, and you can also change to other markets and watch lists, which we'll get into in a second. At the moment, everything is organized in terms of size of company, so market capitalization. If you want everything to be in equal size, you can also do that, and you can also look at each individual sector that we've pre-organized for you. So say you're only interested in, I don't know, utilities. Then you click on utilities. Now you see all the major utility stocks, and you can go back into all sectors up here. So that's the first part. The second line up here will show you the key economic events and data items that are going to be released this week. So here's durable goods, interest rate decision, Fed press conference, that sort of thing. And you can make that larger by clicking on the little expand icon here on the left, and you see them. They are organized generally and filtered by high impact. If you really want to know everything that there is in the world, or you could also select it for any other country in the world, then you can do that with the filters at the top. Now, let's get into news alerts, because I think that's one of our highest value add items. And the way you do that is that what you're seeing here on this heat map is essentially just a watch list. So if I select a different watch list here on the top right, and you can set those up, say robotics. So I have some robotic stocks in here, actually not that many. Let's pick a defense one. So I have 30 tickers on my defense list. And what happens when I do that? Well, first of all, your news articles switch to defense down here. But the really beautiful thing is that on the news alert settings, you can turn on news for every stock on that watch list. So this little toggle here for every single watch list will then send you news alert notifications on your mobile phone so that you are informed of the news that is likely to move your stock, and for that to be as instant as humanly possible. That's the first part. So how do you set up one of these watch lists? Say you want to set up your own watch list. Well, top here on the right, that little watch list symbol there next to the alert bell, that is how you create a new watch list. And it takes you in here, and you say my new watch list, and you can say it, call it news alert, so you can call it my portfolio or whatever you want it to be. And then, why don't we do it? Let's do my portfolio. Click save. And there it is. And now you can add tickers. You can copy and paste tickers with commas or with spaces. That'll equally work. So say you owned Apple and Tesla and Meta and Palantir, some SPY, some QQQ, and I don't know what, some plug because you didn't sell something when you should have done, and you hit enter, and now those 7 stocks are part of that watch list. So good, right? So how do we turn on the news alerts on that now? Well, the easiest thing to do is go into news alert settings down here and just make sure this is toggled on. And now you're going to get news alerts on those stocks. So that's a really good feature there. Now, there is a ton of more stuff in here. I'm going to walk you through some of the key things. But if you want to get extra help, there is a help button here on the right. And there are tutorials for every key sector. Things like the dark pools. If you're an options trader, you have literally the best options tool out there. But maybe you just want to see what institutions are doing. So dark pool. There is a walkthrough here that explains how that actually works. And you can also always message us in the bottom right. There's a purple little chat symbol, and you can click chat with us, and we will respond to you. That's a prompt. And so our support is always there for you. But let's say you want to go into, just look at a normal stock chart, right? So you just click on a normal stock chart. Here is some Korean defense ETF, open that, open. Let's open something a bit more mainstream, like an Apple. So AAPL, the ticker. You can also, by the way, look up things like silver prices, which will come up here, silver 1 ounces and stuff like that. And at the bottom, you've got indicators. And you can select those by clicking on the indicator tab here. and then you can make this bigger, you can move this around if you want, and then you can delete or add new indicators to your list, and they will show up here at the bottom right, right? So you can cancel that, you can give them different colors and so on. Key indicators I look at, our trend indicator, I think is very, very good. Our breakout indicator is even better. It's fairly rare because it's pretty rare. Again, it's not doesn't give you financial advice, but it gives you a pretty interesting signal you might want to look at. Another one that's probably worth explaining is the support indicator. Gives you two lines. It gives you a resistance and a support line. Now, what does that mean? We calculate, and again, this is explained in the help file. Yeah, there's actually a video that we made on it. It measures what the institutional traders are essentially doing, and it gives us these two walls, one support and one resistance wall. It walks you through what that really means in more detail if you want to know. But in a nutshell, what it does is that when we hit the red line, the resistance line here, that is resistance. So it is harder to break through it because the institutions are likely to sell at that point. When you dip down, like we did here, that is a support line because the institutions are likely forced to buy. How do we know this? It's calculated from hedging flows, hedge funds essentially. Or market makers, depending on how you want to look at that. So been pretty accurate in this particular instance. It isn't going to be a crystal ball that is always going to be accurate because if there's enough momentum one way or the other, you can't break through it. But it is quite useful. So for example, if you are down here, maybe that'll tell you that might be we've bottomed out here. We've bounced off it. This looks a little bit more positive. We might be recovering. Now, if you hit the heads up here, the highs up there, it might tell you, okay, we've done it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, still haven't broken through it. Now we get a red candle. This was probably the top of the market. So it's kind of a useful thing to look at. You might also want to think, do I want to buy right below it, for example, when there is that high risk institutions are going to sell and therefore I'm not going to go up? Or do I maybe want to buy somewhere where there is a little bit of, room to the resistance line? So it gives you a little bit of an insight into that. Dark pools. Again, there is an entire help article on this, but let me just guide you through it briefly. Every single day, you see the bullish flows. So which tickers, which stocks have the most bullish institutional momentum? Well, how is this flow calculated and what the heck is a dark pool? Dark pools are private stock exchanges that the institutions use. They don't trade on the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. They do it privately. Why? Because it doesn't move the market while they're executing their trade. It's a little unfair, I agree, but it is the way the world works. So we have the bullish and the bearish ones. And then if you click on the trades ticker up there, it will show you a live rundown of all the major trades happening. Now it says hours here, when the market's open, it'll say minutes. You can filter by individual tickers here. So for example, I've got the gold trust ETF up here. And then you can also look at dates. So say you want to know, who knew about this event? That's always an interesting one that I like to look at. And what would I look for personally? I would look for the big trades, and I would look for the very unusual trades. That's generally where we find most useful information. Again, you can filter by that down here if you so wish. So I think that gives you an overview of our key features. As I say, there's a ton more stuff in there, but I also want to just highlight what's most useful here for you to get some real value out of this from day one. And if you have any questions, you need any help, please message us using the purple button in the bottom right corner. All of the features that I explained also work on the mobile app, which I'd highly encourage you to download, but especially for the news alerts. That is very, very useful to be able to get the alert, click on it, and know exactly what's going on with your stocks.